Ow. Hello. Hello, beautiful people. Oh my God, I missed my channel. I miss YouTube. Guys, I've been gone for so long. Like, I was literally about to just do this reading solo dolo. I have been in hermit mode, guys, and I was like, no, let me do it for the collective one time for the one time, okay? I haven't seen you guys in such a long time. So first thing first, shout out to all of my A1 Day 1 subscribers that have been here, stuck with the kid, ups and downs of this channel, all of the evolution of this channel. Shout out to you guys. But I have a very, very special shout out to Queen Cup, my Des, my big sis, and the Angel Gang. You guys sent me an abundance and overflow of love and light, and I'm so grateful for you guys, as well as my subscribers and anybody who is new to the channel from Angel Gang. Welcome to the channel, you guys. Please tell Des I love her. This is something she already knows, but I'm genuinely grateful for all of the love and the light that you guys sent my way, sent the channel's way. Like, I love you guys. I really, really do. Yes, once again, I've been in hermit mode, you guys. It was a different type of hermit mode. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I've never experienced the growing pains of enlightenment before. And I lied to you not, guys. My ancestors just drug me through the mud. It was on purpose, and it was very purposeful. But my ancestors just drug me through the mud, you guys. And I have a new level of humility because of this ascension that I allowed myself to process and to grow through. And I just want to share like some of the downloads that I received, you know what I'm saying, in hopes that anybody who's going through anything similar may be able to be like, you know what, damn, Jazz, you know, you just helped me understand that the light is still at the end of the tunnel, okay? Let me, y'all know I love to smudge. Hold on. Oh my God, I really missed you guys. I really, really miss you guys. Thank you for everybody who was reaching out to me on other forms of social media. Just checking in on your girl. Hey, Jazz, are you good? Do you need anything? Are you okay? We miss you. Take your time. Come back to the channel. Guys, I don't think I can say it enough. Like, I'm eternally grateful for that type of love that y'all send my way, because it truly feels unconditional. It's heartfelt. I really feel it. I really, really feel some type of way about Angel Gang and Queen Cup and Des. Like, I love all of you guys. You guys share the same energy that Des has, which is just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely just want to, Angel Gang, if we may, can we go ahead and flood Queen Cup? Because I want a new downloads of a light worker. And to all of my subscribers, if you guys have not seen her series, Downloads of a Light Worker, can we go ahead and hashtag High Priest Gang, where's our download? You know what I'm saying? Like, sis, don't be sitting on our downloads. Those are not your downloads. Those are our downloads, okay? So let's just go ahead and let Des know that we've been waiting. I need another download of a light worker. I'm so glad to be back with the channel, you guys. Throughout my ascension process, I can honestly say so much has been revealed to me. My ancestors literally, and it's funny because my elders told me after initiation I was going to go through this, and I think it was me personally that just literally undermined it and didn't take it for what it truly was. But the timelines and the portals that I've been granted access into, it proved to me that time is truly quantum and time is truly linear. And what do you mean by that, Jazz? If you ever ask a scientist to try to describe time to you, it's typically shown in a straight line. And we can always equate time being an illusion and time being quantum and time being linear, but do we give it credit for being just that? You know what I'm saying? So I always knew that my present is actually a present. Here you go. God said, here's your present. Wrapped it up real good and made it look just like this, y'all. Wrapped it up real good, made it look just like this. This is my present. This is my gift. Because within this very now moment, not only are we as a collective rectifying past timelines, but we are also recreating new future timelines pertaining to the new earth energy. And what my ancestors had to let me, I guess, see is what they've been through. Because the harsh reality of it is, you guys, we are all made up of the same matter. Our common ancestor, doesn't matter if you're European, Latino, Asian, Arabic, African, it doesn't matter. Our common ancestor is that Aboriginal African woman. You know what I'm saying? And to see how she's not on her throne, to see how she has been dethroned. I lied to you not, guys. When my ancestors took me through this portal for the purpose of ascension, it was so painful to watch so many of us not make their sacrifices worthwhile, myself included. Because one thing that our ancestors had was courage with no resources. One thing that we have is resources with no courage. And it was brought to my attention that as much as we serve our ancestors, which is beautiful, they also serve us, because ultimately our birthrights rectify their sacrifices. And I had to see it for myself. I had to see that matriarch of her family getting lynched because she couldn't operate in her magic. Not because she didn't want to, because she couldn't to. She was deprived of the right to be herself. And then I had to see so many of us today, and we not living in our magic, and we have the rights. It is our birthright. We're not owning who we are, and it stems from a lack of identity. So if we truly have no idea of the level or the multitude, the magnitude of our divinity, it's because we have no idea who we are to begin with. Because yes, I am me in this vessel. I am Jasmine. But in the process of me presently being Jasmine, I am every single last ancestor that came before me as well. Because that's just how time is. And that's just how time works. So every good deed that I make in this lifetime, every positive karma that I add to this karmic bank account, I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for everybody that has come before me as well. And everybody's to come after me also. It was a different type of liberation that came across me. And I mean, just from the ones that's been the closest to me, it's a different type of maturity that is embedded into my DNA now. It's a different level of an upgrade. It's a newfound level of respect. This very now moment is truly a present. It's your gift. And I feel like as I was sitting here about to read, y'all know we just had the 11/11 portal. We just had the full moon in Taurus yesterday. So many different energetic shifts. Mercury just went out of retrograde. You know what I'm saying? With all of the energetic shifts, I feel like the collective is truly being guided towards getting to know who they are. And that comes in a form of getting to know where you come from. Because we truly have no sense of direction, or truly can't foresee where we're going if we have no idea where we come from, guys. So, y'all already know I do it for the culture. And I don't want anybody who may not be able to relate to certain things that I teach or that I preach or that I speak. I don't want nobody to take offense to it, but my culture is in desperate need of an awakening, a mass awakening. And the new earth energy is already bringing this wave of mass awakening. It's subconscious. These are the new frequencies that are available to us. So whether we like it or not, the program mindsets and the mentalities that we've been so accustomed to, we are slowly but surely purging and breaking out of that. And it starts with one by one. As one person does it, we now unlock, we give other people the key to that same frequency. So all of these dormant vibrations, all of these dormant frequencies, and all of these dormant DNA, strands of DNA, it's one by one. And that's how we work as a collective. Because if I unlock it, I gave you the key, right? So my goal here, and I feel like the way that I want, the direction I want to take the channel in, my ultimate goal, and one of my missions amongst many, is to help every black girl remember her magic, and every woman in general embrace it. All right? I love y'all. I am newly locked, you guys. This lock journey is teaching me so much patience. I've accumulated so much wisdom over such a short period of time. My ancestors was like, lock it up, lock it in, okay? So that is also something that I want you guys to follow me with. If y'all can see the lockies, the little baby lockies. This is a newfound journey. I got some little notes here because I had so much that I wanted to share with you guys. This reading in particular, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I was channeling divinity equals identity. I want to see if we can get a beautiful message from all of our ancestors to dig and build on that. I've been channeling it for a while, and the purpose of the channel had a lot to do with me really deciphering and going deep into the Willie Lynch letter. And of course, if you are familiar with the Willie Lynch letter, then you understand that this was a system implemented to program Black people. And to give you a gist of how this program has been so effective, Willie Lynch came up with the ideology, break the man's mind and not his body, meaning don't kill him, manipulate him. And this is just me putting it into context, right? Little quick synopsis. Break the man's mind, but don't break his body. Don't kill him, but literally manipulate him. One of your strongest tools is your brain, if not the strongest tool. One of the most powerful things that we possess is our minds. And within this particular Willie Lynch letter, they specified that if you truly want to gain control of the masses, if you truly want your slaves to listen to you and not have an issue with them trying to overthrow you or overthrow your power or, fight you off or seek some type of revolution or, unenslave themselves, you need to break them mentally. And it really started to make me question, like, how much have we been broken mentally to forget our divinity? Do we really have a sense of identity? How much has this entire past Earth's energy made you forget about the light body or the light being or the soul that you are having and navigating through this human experience? And I encourage everybody, if you guys can, homework per se, I want you guys to read the Willie Lynch letter in its entirety. And I want you guys to really see the psyche, the psychiatric ability to make man inferior through what they see, through what they've been told, and all of this comes in the form of programming. Now I want everybody to ask ourselves, now granted, we don't live in these timelines, we're here now, we have more opportunity, resources, all of this good shit, but I really want you guys to ask yourself, if that is what our ancestors were subjected to, if all of our ancestral DNA, our blueprint is within our mitochondria and your double helix strand of DNA, how do we not think that we're still being subjected to this mentality? I think New Earth Timeline is going to encourage everybody, get to know who you are by getting to know where you come from. And it is so unfortunate. Me personally, y'all, I do it for the culture, but I see individuals. I don't see color. Y'all can paint me in the image that y'all want to paint me, but I promise you I see individuals and I don't see color. But the harsh reality of it is, you guys, that's not the world that we live in. When you apply for that job, when you apply for that driver's license, when you apply for anything, how does this world self-identify you? Are you Asian? Pacific Islander? Are you Hispanic, Latino? Are you white, Caucasian? Are you Black, African American? Are you Native American and Hawaiian or whatever? They literally identify you based upon that ethnicity. And damn near sometimes, based upon the color of your skin. But the harsh reality of it is, half of us don't even know who we are and where we come from. And we are living in a world that literally looks at us and perceives us based upon that one simple fact. And this is why I don't write notes, y'all. Because I got all these notes right here. And I promise you, Spirit just makes me go with the flow. And I do want to do this reading a little different. I will timestamp this because I am wrapping y'all up. But I really do miss you guys. I really do miss you guys. I thank you guys for being patient with me, with the channel, and with this painful ascension that I went through. I feel like my ancestors are guiding me to let the collective know, if you are experiencing something similar, it's okay to not be okay, because feelings have to get felt. And if your ancestors, your spirit guides, your way showers, or your angels, whatever resonates with you, are putting you through something to be purposeful towards your evolution or through your ascension, do not negate it. Do not deflect it. I want you to feel that shit even when it's painful. Because when you get the liberation, when you get the power, when you get to the light at the end of the tunnel, it feels different. It feels different when you can say, I went through it. I didn't hide. I felt it. It didn't feel good. But the liberation that you're going to feel, whatever ascension processes that the collective is individually going through, I want you guys to know that you're not alone. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. Let that resonate. Let that sizzle in your spirits a little bit. And you are not alone. And I want you to feel through everything, because everything that you're feeling right now is purposeful. You may not see why, but I promise you it's purposeful, if you could take my word for it. Y'all already know, one time for the one time. I feel the need to go ahead and jump in. We're going to bless this reading. Divinity equals identity, God, angels, ancestors, and ascended masters. May you please fill us up with a divinely guided message from source to give us clarity and clarification on how our divinity will equal our identity. We pray for the most light, white, beautiful message that you guys can fill us up with, ancestors. Any way to help us continuously evolve along our individual journeys towards ascension. May you please reveal through me as a humble vessel how we can keep these wheels going. So thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. And thank you, ascended masters. Let's go ahead and jump in. And let's get it, you guys. I ain't read for y'all in so long. We 16 minutes in. Oh, my God. Somebody please timestamp this, okay? I want to go ahead and get an overall energy, spirit. Overall energy, please, spirit. Spirit, you gave me 3, baby. That's too much. I just want an overall energy, spirit. How does divinity equal identity? How can we further seek our divinity through our identity, spirit? What is the overall energy of this particular download? Spirit, we ask your help for channeling, ancestors. We give you permission to help us channel, angels. We give you permission to help us channel, way showers and spirit guides. We give you permission to help us channel all of the spirits working with the divine spirit of life for the higher good of Earth's evolution. We give you permission to help us with this message. Spirit, what is the overall energy of divinity equals identity? Thank you, Spirit. And we still got 2. We got the Death card. I'm not going to flip this one over yet. And as you can see, this is a period of transformation, because what we ultimately have to die to as a collective is what we've been told about ourselves. Anything that makes you forget that you are literally here, made in God's image and liking of perfection, destined for nothing but motherfucking greatness, excuse my language. Any program that has made you look in the mirror and see anything less than that, die. It's done. It's dead. It's a death energy. It's a complete transformation. This new earth energy will no longer not allow us to look in the mirror and see us for our truest essence. Fuck the meat suit. Fuck the avatar. Like, granted, I love... Melanin is on fleek, by the way. Let this sun kiss. I love the way I look. I think I'm damn beautiful. But if anybody is ever granted the opportunity to see what is truly on the inside of this meat suit, this avatar, this ain't nothing compared. This light that y'all see, this beauty that y'all see, is nothing compared to what's on the inside. That's what this death energy is, you guys. And that's why you see she has the skull in her hand, because that's death of the perception that we're giving off through our human avatars. And this is a new energy that we're moving into, and this is truly seeing light for light, seeing souls for souls, seeing energy for energy. We are truly moving into this new place where these low self-esteem energies, these demons of insecurity, and when I talk about demons, when I talk about demons, I am my own God. I am my own devil. I refuse to give any outside source any type of control over me. If something bad happens in my life, it's because I've allowed it to, and I've put myself in a position for it to. I am my own God. I am my own devil. Meaning I create my own angels and I create my own demons at the same damn time. If the devil was truly powerful, you guys, he would not have to be a liar. The devil has to lie to you because he truly has no power. And the way our creator is set up, you guys, he gives the permission, it gives the devil permission to test you. All right? It gives the devil permission to test you. If you are going through a period where your mind is telling you, shame the devil, it's the devil, it's the devil, it's you. All right? You are your own angel. You are your own demon. When I refer to demons, I'm referring to any mindset, any perception of reality, anything that tells you that you are less than perfect. That is your demons, and that is the only devil that I will ever tell my subscribers to be worried about. And in this particular instance, that's the demons that we're dying to. And it's so beautiful because this transformation that's coming with this death is liberating. That true sense of identity comes when we overcome the devils and the demons that live within us. Anything that tells you not to start that business, that's your only demons you need to be worried about. Anything that tells you you're not destined for greatness, that's the only demons that we need to be worried about. Anything that tells you to be fearful about the unknown, that's the only demon that's prohibiting you from walking in your faith. Anything that tells you that you're not pretty enough, that you're not enough, how about enough? That you're not enough. That's the demons that we collectively are purging through. We are giving the devil the power that it deserves in this very moment, and that is none. Because I am my own God. I got the power to make the moves that's necessary for me to walk within my birthright, for me to live purposely and purposefully within the mission that I chose to come here and fulfill for earth, on earth. I have the power to do that, and I also have the power to stand in my way. I also have the power to block that blessing. I also have the power to tell myself that it's not possible and that it's not feasible and that this, that, and that is standing in the way of it. I have the power to be my own God and my own devil, so I'll be damned if I give that power to any outside source outside of myself. I have that power. I am that bitch, and so are you. So are you. This is beautiful to be the overall energy of this message because this is transforming us. I promise you. They say, what's the little saying? You got to be a caterpillar, but then look at the beauty of the butterfly. We always talk about the beauty of the butterfly, but then we never talk about how uncomfortable it might be to really be that caterpillar stuck in that fucking cocoon, growing and growing and running out of space. That shit is uncomfortable. So amongst these growing pains that I feel like I've just went through, the collective may be in the midst of going through or coming out of, this transformation is fucking gorgeous. And that's why we have the 10 of Cups that came out with it. That's why we have the 10 of Cups that came out with it. Because the type of fulfillment that comes with knowledge of self, mastery of self, self-identity, self-love, self-worth, all of this falls into the same category. The level of empowerment that comes with that, the level of security that comes with that, the level of completion. Hello, we got a 10, okay? 10 meaning these cycles of what we've been told and taught that we are, it's finito. We got the 10 showing completion, and we have the death card clarifying that this is dying and coming back to life in a totally renewed type of way. Totally renewed type of way. The perceptions that we have of ourselves is dying and coming back in a totally renewed type of way. I just heard, okay, this could be very specific. Some of y'all ladies have not been embracing your magic. Y'all got old cups of water still sitting at your altar. Y'all ain't done no recent offerings. Y'all ain't been purging with y'all full moons. I'm calling y'all out right now, and I don't know why somebody's ancestors or spirit is saying call them out, because this has a lot to do with why you're prolonging your transformation. Once again, our ancestors, guys, they had courage with no resources. We have resources with no fucking courage. And all of these sacrifices that they made to give us access to not our birthright, just our individual birthrights, but this is our birthrights, me and my ancestors' birthrights. And that's why they're sad. That's why they're sad, because we have people who have the resources. And I don't know what we're going through as a collective. Do not forget all of the progress that you made. When I decided to go ahead and lock up, you guys, it was because I need to lock it in. I need it to always be with me, and I never want to lose it. All of these energetic shifts that we've just recently encountered, it made some of us stray away from our magic, and that was the complete opposite of what our ancestors were encouraging us to do. So it goes back to say, we are our own God, and we are our own devils. We have our own angels that can push us to make shit happen, and we can create these demons that stagnate us within our progress. I encourage everybody, if you stop purging with your full moons, if you stop manifesting with your new moons, if you stop your ritual work, if you stop putting your sea salt rings around your house for protection, if you stop rocking your evil eye bracelets, because best believe bitches is jealous and envious, and that evil eye energy will penetrate you very hard. If you stop any form of protection, any form of magic, any form of ritual, your ancestors right now, this is so random, they're encouraging you right now. It's time for the collective to really get protected. A lot of people have strayed away from their magic and don't realize it. And the ancestors are encouraging you to get back into your natural ritualistic habit. Don't stray away from that divine connection to source. That could be very specific, y'all, because the way that it just came through was just so random. Like, that could be very, very specific. If that message is for you, please let me know in the comments. If you need assistance with reconnecting to your higher self, to your deities, to your Loa, to your Orishas, whatever helps you get closer to source, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm being encouraged to tell you, whenever you're ready, take your time. But they're waiting for you. And the reason why this message came through is because they can't do much without your permission. The daily acknowledgement of the ancestors, or whatever type of ritualistic work that you did to acknowledge the people who are put in place to help you, without you realizing it, that gave them automatic permission to continue the protection, to continue the abundance, to continue the work that you put out into the universe. And as you started to stray away, you didn't realize that it's preventing them from working in your favor to the extent that they would like to. Okay, that was very random. Let me try to stray away from that and build more on divinity equals identity. Spirit, we need one more, spirit. Great overall message for this reading so far. I love to see transformations. Death is not a scary energy. Death is not a scary energy. Death is so necessary. I tell everybody, recreate and re-event as you see fit, okay? We are consistently evolving, and that is pretty much Queen of Cups. Shout out to Death. Queen of Cups came out because I feel like this is the divine feminine. That original matriarch. She said, remember me. You'll remember you. Remember me, and then you'll remember you. That original matriarch. It's so funny to me, y'all, because, I mean, I don't want to go too far away because I have a beautiful message when this card came out. But it's just so funny to me because, like, y'all know I consider myself an omnist. I respect all religions. I do have my particular practice as a high priestess of Voodoo in 21 divisions. But at the end of the day, I respect all religions. And I believe that there's truth to every lie and a lie to every truth. And then if you look at mainstream-wise, the most dated, or the oldest, we have Judaism. In Judaism, the prophet is Abraham. And then when you look at what comes after Judaism, you have Christianity. And in Christianity, they acknowledge Abraham, but the prophet is Jesus. And then you look at Islam that comes after Christianity. And not only do they acknowledge Abraham, not only do they acknowledge Jesus, but the prophet is Muhammad. So to me, it's hard to say that there's no truth behind this, because time shows that thus far, I mean, everybody had the stories in the timelines, or in the ideology of whatever the religion or the belief system is. But it's so funny to me that Judaism, being the oldest, understood that Adam came from clay and Lilith came from clay. Let's get into this big Lilith energy, because that's what I feel when this Queen of Cups just came out, because it's so unfortunate that Lilith is shunned and looked at the way that she's looked at in society and amongst humanity. But when in all actuality, is that not the depiction that God is androgynous and it is not a he nor a she but a it? Is that not the depiction that we are created as equals? I mean, in Judaism, Adam came from clay and so did Lilith. But it wasn't until Lilith lacked the submissive capabilities that Adam needed her to portray that they shunned her to be this dark and this eerie and this bad and this all of these negative connotations associated with Lilith. And that is why the Queen of Cups came out, because not every time that we take a step to take back our identity, and this is specifically for the divine feminine, when you truly understand that you were created equally in God's image and likeness of perfection to that man that we put on a pedestal living in this patriarchal society, when you reclaim that piece of your identity, you heal that very first Black Aboriginal woman, that common ancestor. And that's why it is the cup. It is the healing energy. It's her emotions. Emotionally, I feel like that very first matriarch, or that very first few matriarchs, are all looking down on earth right now and reflecting on the lack of identity that women specifically have. We are not inferior. Some may think we're superior, but we're truly equal. I mean, that's just the harsh reality of it. I'm not going to negate you if you think women are superior. Damn it, we give birth, we bleed without dying. I know we're magical. But if we're talking in a sense of creation itself, it takes both masculine and feminine energies to embody creation. And I believe Judaism proved that in their theory of how the world came about. Adam and Lilith came from clay. Eve didn't come into the picture until, I think Lilith was pretty much like, I think, who did she go with? Archangel, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, Archangel Raphael or Archangel Samuel. Lilith was like, I'm not going to submit to you. I am your equal, deuce, deuce. And that's when Eve came into the picture. And now within this patriarch society that we live in, now somehow subconsciously we've been programmed to think that we are inferior. I mean, the term alone, we come from a man's rib, will program you to believe that you are inferior. But this Queen of Cups energy just came out as a way for us to truly reclaim. A part of our identity is for us to truly reclaim equality amongst genders. Females are really, really struggling right now with that small piece of identity. It's been lost throughout history, guys. And it's not our fault. It's not. It's not our fault. It really bothers me sometimes when I hear statements like, many are called, few are chosen. Right? Fuck that. Everyone is called. Every single last one of us. Not many. Every single last one of us is called. Some just answer the calling. That's it. Because in all actuality, all belief systems, they kind of agree with the simple fact that we are created equal. Equal. Equal, guys. We're all created equal. So it's not many are called, few are chosen. All of us are called. Some of us just answer the calling. And I think it's our job as high priestess, it's our job as light workers, it's our job as divine feminines to help somebody else answer their call. One of my favorite readers said, when you get to a certain point, and her name is Tamaj Tarot, and I love Tamaj. When you, and I know I'm not paraphrasing, but she pretty much said, like, as a light worker, if you've been put on a twin flame journey, if you've been put on any type of journey, it's a part of your path to help the next light worker. And it's like, I totally 100% agree with her, because I believe one of the best things that we can be to self is of service to others, right? But then when you hear that, it's like, all right, so we just gonna have this group of light workers ascending and evolving, but what about the rest of the world? And one of my mentors, she was like, Jays, you've been through a lot of shit in life, right? But you will never be free until you help the next person. And when I say it hit deep, that made you like quiver and shiver a little bit. And that's why. Because individually, I feel like we're growing and we're ascending, and it's like, it's almost like a selfish type of energy where it's like we're only sharing what we feel the need to share, and it's because our elders have programmed us into these timelines. And if you come from a country with a Pan-Africanist religious background, then you understand that everything is like, don't say nothing, don't tell nobody. And granted, that is the past timeline. Our ancestors could not actively be who they were. They couldn't actively live in their magic. They couldn't actively put themselves out there because they were subjected to being killed and hung and lynched and all this other stuff. But the reality of it is, right in this very now moment, we're trapping ourselves by not freeing others. Our gifts is not for ourselves. Our gifts is for others. And we are literally feeling entrapment energy. It's because we refuse to go help others. God is pretty much saying, like, I didn't put you through all of this for you to overcome and be the only person who overcame. Everything that you went through was purposeful for your own individual ascension and for the ascension of your brothers and your sisters. So you will not fully be free until you free somebody else. And that's why what Tamaj said to me was so very powerful, because even when it comes to sharing a perspective, you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have people who don't 100% agree with what you're saying, but you never know who you might liberate in the process of you speaking your truth. So I encourage all of my subscribers today, do it for the sake of that first woman that came here to give us all flesh and life. Do it for the sake of her, because she didn't have no voice. Lilith was shunned for standing in her power and understanding that she was an equal to Adam, and that she should not submit to Adam, that she should stand in the fact that humanity and creation relies on both masculine and feminine. I will not bow to you. And that's why she looks so regal. That's why she looks so royal, because that is a piece of our identity that has been stolen from us as divine feminines. We are created equal. Shit, everybody has a belly button. So if we talking about inferiority and superiority, God damn it, I think everybody came from this black woman. You hear me? You hear me? Shit. I don't know where that just came from. Spirit, look, I don't question spirit no more, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to post this. I'm going to keep it 100. I was guided to do the reading for myself, and then spirit said get on YouTube. I said, you know what? I miss my followers. I don't call y'all followers. I miss my subscribers. I miss my family. But so many downloads came through, y'all. When I say I wrote them down, because I didn't want to lose y'all. And in the midst of me processing it all, I wanted to make sure that the message came out clear and concise. But what I'm realizing is spirit don't wait on nobody. Spirit don't wait on nobody. And if it ain't perfect, it wasn't supposed to be. And we got the Two of Pentacles. So many of us feel like we're losing balance. And you want to know, this just brought me back to that last thing that I channeled for somebody specific. Is because we're not embracing our magic. We're not being consistent with our rituals. We're not staying close to spirit. And then we're wondering why spirit feels so far away from us. It's because we literally have to find balance. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't go out here and get this money. I'm not saying don't go out here and do what makes you happy. Shit. Y'all gotta understand this. And I get it all the time. Like, there's this big misconception about what spiritual people are. Spiritual people don't look like nothing in particular. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure, two things for certain. I wake up every morning and I hit all four corners with a bow. You hear me? All four corners with a bow. But I also like thug niggas who got street cred, who can hang around the hood and smoke weed from time to time. I don't think God loved me no less. I don't. I can go into a deep ancestral meditation and talk to some of the billions of the people who shed blood on my behalf and get so much beautiful enlightenment from source and creation itself. But I still like to do ratchet shit on the weekends with my girls. Get drunk, go downtown DC and twerk on white people just for the fuck of it. It don't make me no less. It don't make me no less spiritual. I mean, it's plenty of other shit that I like to do. It don't make me no less spiritual. There's a balance that is necessary. And I think this balance is understanding that your light and your darkness is beautiful. Some divine feminines or just some of us within this collective is trying to stray to one extreme or the other. Don't lose yourself in the midst of your journey right now. Your identity is beautiful with your light and your darkness, and your identity is not complete without one aspect and the other. We have to learn to go through these shadows. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. You hear me? Y'all know the book of Psalms is literally a book of spells, okay? So even when you feel like you walking through the valley of the shadow of death, say, damn it, this is a piece of me and I'm going to get to know this bitch, okay? And a part of this painful ascension that I just went through too, y'all, I had to really go into my dark side. I had to go into my dark side because what I tend to do, and I think a lot of Virgos can relate, we save hermit mode for later. We save hermit mode for later. We operate one way, and then when it's time to go into the trenches and get all of the dark codes and the light codes out of the darkness, because you get light codes out of darkness too. When it's time to do that, we like allocate time for it, or we designate time for it, and we have to be prepared for hermit mode, and that's what I just went through. But that's why it took me so long to come out of it, because I'm not actively living with that polarity, with that duality, with both aspects of myself integrated. And that's why my darkness, and me personally, y'all, some can relate, some may disagree. My darkness is my inner child. That girl that came here and knew that she was destined for greatness and perfect, but somehow got caught up in a tainted world that told her that it was otherwise. That's that girl that I have to go back to. That's my darkness, because she cries for me. She screams for me. She's so needy for that attention. This is the balance that we're cultivating. Learning how to embrace that, whether it be your inner child, whether it be your traumas, whether it be what's inside of that mitochondria, ancestral traumas. Whatever it is that makes you go back into that darkness, it's okay. It's okay. Go into it, get whatever you need out of it, and bring it back. Don't leave it. This is the problem I think we have. We go into the darkness. We'll use hermit mode. We'll go into hermit mode to process, right? Process internally. Go deep within ourselves, right? Isn't that hermit mode? Going deep within yourself. Getting to the nitty gritty. Instead of pulling off the leaves and the branches, we be now pulling out the roots of the trees of some of these traumas and shit like that. But then we leave and then we come back to the light. And then we wonder why we have to consistently revisit when these Mercury retrogrades and these full moons and shit like that come up. We wondering why we consistently revisiting, but it's because we're not integrating. Some of our inner children feel so abandoned because they're literally crying out for healing. And because it's so painful, we refuse to purge through it daily. But then God sends these energy shifts. And then we wonder why we're overwhelmed with emotion, because balance is necessary. Integration is necessary. That Two of Pentacles is here. And as you can see, it's almost like he doesn't like what's coming. But fear is nothing but the unknown. If you've never tapped into your darkness, if you don't know what's lying dormant, time will literally bring it all to the surface. So it's better for us to just face it. Roll with the punches. Go with the flow. And when you come out of hermit mode, take a piece of it with you. Don't leave it there. For you to go back and rediscover certain things, let discovery be a part of your day-to-day basis. Y'all, I'm going to pull one more card. And I think I might have to do this video over. I think I might not post it. Who knows? We'll see. Because the message was clear whole time, y'all. I think another card flipped before I even, yep, it sure did. And we have the Knight of Cups. How cute. He cute. He on a little bunny rabbit too. And this is truly just like, I feel like we're apologizing to our lower selves, or we're apologizing to our inner child. We're apologizing to whatever aspect of yourself that you consistently put on the back burner with the thought that straying towards the light is the best decision, or staying in your positivity is the best decision. I'm here to let you know it's okay to not be okay, because when you feel through them feelings, when you feel through those feelings, anything that makes you stray towards this darkness, when you actually feel through it, that's what gives your emotions this breakthrough. I feel like a lot of our inner childs are really calling out to us to come back to this darkness that we never wanted to reapproach, to literally pull the roots out. Because all we've been doing is plucking leaves and cutting branches, and then wondering why these problems still find a way to grow back into our lives, right? Don't be afraid of your darkness. Don't be afraid of the shit that you've been through. If you truly understand your soul contract is consistently living out in your present moment, everything that you're afraid of is purposeful. But you can't look at something that you've been through, or that we've been through, and say, you know what, that one right there, that specific thing right there, I didn't need that, so I'm gonna forget about it. Who the fuck are we to say what we need and what we don't need? I mean, seriously, who are we? Who are we? And I feel like we owe ourselves some apologies from either being so, with this Knight of Cups. This is like apology to self, note to self, love to self. We owe ourselves some apologies for being so hard on ourselves. I don't think God ever expected us to be perfect, y'all. So I encourage everybody, stop being so hard on yourself. Whatever you going through, whatever you purging through, just give yourself permission to feel. In this patriarch society, we are consistently operating in our masculine energy. The divine feminine does not have a problem feeling at all. It's time for us to really just be okay with feeling. I had something when this popped out. It was a channeling that came through. Spirit, is it going to leave me? Am I going to catch it? Literally, it was a channeling that came through. Soon as I seen this Knight of Cups, y'all. I think we're going to end it right there, though. I want to go ahead and get let's get a oracle. And I want to come back on and do a divine feminine and divine masculine reading, something that was revealed to me as I've been separating the readings as if they're separate. Twin flames are encountering the same energies. So I want to, going forward, do readings for both divine masculine and divine feminine, because ultimately we are experiencing the same exact things individually within our individual journeys, and it may be at different times, but it will still give the feminine insight if she hasn't encountered what the masculine is going through, and it will still give the masculine insight if he hasn't encountered what the feminine is going through. So I definitely want to do you versus them readings. I'll probably record it right after this for you guys. I'm going to give y'all a couple of different content. We have some new stones available on the website as well, you guys. If you are interested in purchasing any type of stones from me, if you want me to recommend any type of stones for me, you could definitely book a consultation. There's multiple consultations available, you guys. If you need any of your smudging materials, visit the website. Any of my services, visit the website. Any crystals, visit the website. Anything else, visit the website. We're also going to be doing a raffle. I'll do it once a month. Each entry is $2. You can send it to the PayPal, through the PayPal. At the end of each month, we're actually not going to start until December, guys, so don't start sending your donations, okay? $2 gets you 1 entry into the raffle. $4 gets you 3 entries into the raffle. At the end of the month, I'm going to be drawing a name for a free reading. Actually, you guys will have the option. You can get a pack of crystals, a healing pouch of crystals. You can get a free reading from me, or shit, we'll come up with something else. Maybe like a mindset coaching segment, but it will pretty much be at your disposal. You'll get to pretty much pick which one that you feel is going to work best for you, okay? And we will obviously go live to pick the winner on live. But that is something new that I want to be able to offer you guys. Once again, my gift is not for me. It's for y'all. And I'm not free until I help somebody free themselves. So I hope if we take anything away from that reading, it's that we are not free, ultimately, no matter what you've been through, until you help somebody else free themselves from the same exact thing that God helped you maneuver your footsteps and free yourself of, okay? I do feel like this was all over the place. That's probably why I took this much notes and didn't even bother to read none of the shit that I wrote down, y'all. Maybe that's just how my spirit channels. Go with the flow energy. Alright, let's see what we got, spirit. We just need one. Just one, spirit. Can we end with one oracle message for the collective to help them understand? Divinity equals identity concept. I was channeled. Thank you, spirit. Daydream. How beautiful. You will more easily hear and receive our message if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. All right, as a collective, gifts are being, I heard ancestral initiation, okay? If you were not fortunate enough to know the practices of your ancestors, and you find yourself somehow in the midst of connecting with them or receiving your magic. Why am I clarifying this? It's because you're going through ancestral initiation. A lot of people within the collective is going through ancestral initiation. What do I mean by that? My book of spells passed down through my paternal lineage. My great-grandfather had to get buried with it. Why? Because nobody was of 33 years of age. If you are of any type of Pan-African religion, then you understand age 33, you get all of the knowledge, right? And it's handed down to you from your matriarch or your patriarch. That book of knowledge is completely gone, but I'm going to tell you how my ancestors work. My great-grandfather continues to download what I need when I need it. That is why this daydream card is so important, because the collective is going through these ancestral initiations. And what that means is that it doesn't matter what you've been told or what you've been taught. If you are receiving messages and visions and downloads and things that you just literally cannot chalk up to just be your own thought process, baby girl, baby boy, it's because your ancestors are giving you the game that they did not have the opportunity to pass down to you. Me in particular, we had the book of spells. You know what I'm saying? We had the book, we called it the book of knowledge, but we had it, but because nobody was of initiation age, human years, we had to bury him with it, because that book can be just that good or just that evil in the wrong hands. I hope that makes sense, guys. You guys are being filled up with everything that ever wanted to be passed down to you. Individually, we're receiving it differently. Some of you guys could tap in claircognitely, clairaudiently, clairvoyantly, it's clairsentientally. It's so many different ways you could be receiving it, but Spirit says don't overlook the messages, okay? And that's why we have the fool. Don't be a fool, okay? And definitely when you receive these things, take these risks of faith, take these leaps of faith, go with your gut, go with your intuition, go with that innate ability that you possess to connect yourself to the most divine guidance ever. Fuck me as a reader and fuck your most favorite readers. I'm not saying that with disrespect, but nobody will ever never be able to put you on game the way that your higher self and your spiritual counsel can ever put you on game. So when you daydream, listen, okay? Don't be a fool. Don't overthink these messages as well. And get you a journal and jot down everything if necessary, so that way you can better process it when it's all right in front of your face, versus when you're constantly getting it, whether it be throughout the night, in your actual dreams, in your actual daydreams, when you're driving and you're focused. You know how many times I'm driving and I know for a fact Spirit is actually driving the car because I'm downloading and I'm receiving so much. I do a lot of active meditation when I drive. Any way that you receive information, don't be foolish about it. Don't think you're foolish for receiving it. Embrace it wholeheartedly, okay? I love you guys. I really do. I love y'all. I want to come back on and do another reading with y'all. Hopefully it's twin flame reading. Make sure y'all visit the website. If there's any way that I can be of assistance to you through a service, through a product, if you need some advice, the book a coaching segment. I really love you guys. I'm sorry this reading was like shorter than I'm usually accustomed to reading for, but the goal is to come back on and give y'all, which I probably really want, which is like your twin flame, energy updates, which I'm eager to do too. My twin and myself have been going through something similar, but I'm watching his individual ascension. I'm watching my individual ascension and together how we are ascending together. If y'all want a video separately on my individual journey, just let me know. Don't feel like I left anything out. I miss you guys greatly. I appreciate you guys greatly. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's madeinhaiti__. I love y'all. Until next time, love, peace, light, and blessings. Mwah, mwah, mwah.